Good morning, everybody. It's Mike. It is Monday, the 3rd of February. This is your morning setups video. I hope you guys had a good weekend. We have markets are down sharply, but holding after Trump did tariffs and Canada issued retaliatory tariffs and waiting on Mexico. Let's just have a quick conversation on this. Trump said he doesn't want anything from any of these countries, but the truth is he does. This is this is a tool for him to get what he wants. He wants acknowledgement. Canada, he wants them to, he wants a better deal for the United States. In Mexico, he wants them to help with border security. I mean, this is really what it's coming down to. Um, so we'll kind of see where we go from here. We do have PMI for manufacturing final at 9:45, ISM manufacturing final at 10 o'clock today, along with construction spending, and Bostic and Mussolini are both scheduled to speak today, right? One at 12:30, Mussolini the voter after 6:30. So we're going to hear from a lot of Fed governors this week. So let's start off as we always do. Let's jump into the ES and, very, very clear what's going on here. You can see this drop overnight. Here's your opening gap down. We came down. Here's your first 5 minute candle. And we basically have barely breached that on either side at this point and traded within that 5 minute candle for the most part. And it's sitting here going sideways. That was a very wide range opening candle. This red line is this downtrend that we broke out of. It's interesting to me that we come down. We've been kind of bouncing off of it. I love how Toss shows it connecting with it here on the 5 minute chart, but on the daily it doesn't. It just drives me nuts, some of their stuff sometimes. But bottom line is we've come into it. We're holding the 100-day area here still at 59.2354. And this is the level to hold, and we're near the highs of the lows now. So we'll see how we're going to trade today. But right now, on the ES, you need to break above and hold above this spot right here. That spot there is 59.8250, right? Break above that or break below 59.35, and we'll see what we're going to get. Right? That's all we know so far. EQQ, the NQs are very similar. Trading sideways, the NQs are actually up and above right now their highs and a little bit stronger. Crude, initial was to spike up, but has come back down here and is almost red. Bonds also spiked out of the gate, but have come back down quite a bit. Gold spiked, but didn't hold it either. So you're seeing already people are starting to say, okay, let's just take this with a grain of salt. Let's see what's going to happen from here, right? And that's what's important. Bitcoin dropped. Bitcoin got hit hard. We lost that 105 area, then we lost 100,000. We got all the way down to 92,000 now before we bounced up. So we'll see if Bitcoin can rally or not today. The VIX is spiking up this morning. It's up into this 20 area, just out of the Bollinger Bands. We'll see if this holds. We did this last week on Monday. It was a up and down quickly. It was a quick spike and back down. So we'll see how they handle this. Out of the Bollinger Bands, right, is risk off. HYG, we'll see how that responds. I had put it down with the markets on Friday. The transport's beaten up on UPS. And the dollar is strengthening again this morning, almost back to the highs. So that's something we definitely don't like seeing, that the dollar is strengthening itself back up. We really would like the dollar to stay weaker overall. All right, so let's go into today and let's talk about the SPY and where we're currently at. And the SPY is currently trading at 593.76, and the SPY opening candle does not match the ES's so much because, well, the ES and the SPY don't open at the exact same times. But it's close enough, right? So you get the idea that it doesn't really open. But we know now the low here at 589.08, that's what held. That 588.89.08, right? Comes down here. Put that there for a reason because that's the big gap. So right now, if you're trading today and you're looking for longs or shorts, you're going to have the opportunity for both. If we dump, we can go into this gap. This gap goes to two places you can watch. You got the high of 585, which is the wick, and the actual close where the gap closes is 582.19. Right, so you have a nice size little gap there. There's your 100-day in between it at 586.48. If we come down and fill that, watch for the overthrow and reversal back above the 100-day after that. If they decide, nope, we don't want to deal with this, we're going to push back up, you have a lot of gap now to fill to the upside, all the way back up to 601.05. So, 5, 10, 15 minutes, see how the market responds and go from there. Remember, we get inflows this morning, and, that will be important. Tonight we have Palantir after the close with PayPal, Spotify, Pfizer, Pepsi, and Merck, among many others, tomorrow morning before the open. Tomorrow night's a busy night. I will stay for Palantir. So let's look at some charts now and see what's going on out there because right now, I've outlined my charts, but they're a little bit off. I'll have to readjust them. Tesla's stronger off the lows, so that should be noticed. Tesla's acting stronger and better right now. It moved back to 402 as possible, and a gap fill up into this area of 404. My point of control is $400.85 today, actually. That should be just a little higher, I think. Let me make sure I did that right. I've been really starting to withdraw some of these. Yep, right there. I want that a little higher, right into this close here. Right, that's the areas to watch. We'll see how that handles it. Um, we come up into there. That's my point of control. I like that up to that. Above that, then I like it to 411.75 if it decides to go green. To the downside, this 385.70 has my attention if we come back down. It's an area where a lot of volume traded overnight. So we'll keep an eye on Tesla. Noticing right now we are breaking below. Okay. Right now we're trading below um the channel. We just got back into it below it and below the 50 day. The 50 day is at 398.20. NVIDIA is also very strong off the lows. Again, so if we're going to bounce, these are some names that I have interest in, right? NVIDIA all the way up to the 118 area, can come all the way back and work its way up into here. I have 120.05. That was my buy trigger, so that could be resistance. So we'll watch that today. But above that, then we look for 123.15. If not, we'll watch and see if it comes back down here and if it finds some traction on the 111.50 area. Again, just looking at the chart where we're at, down into this area here, we talked if we could not hold this 116.25, 105 area, 104 area could definitely be in play. Okay, so we'll keep an eye and see how them. I want to see what the banks react today. Banks here, yeah, held in right now. They're down with the markets. See if they come back for them. JP Morgan put an all-time high in on Friday, sold to Goldman Sachs. So see if these comes down, see if they hold the 8 day. Right now, Goldman Sachs is in the 622 area, 623. Right, so that puts it just below the 8 day and almost down here and a little bit above the 21 day. So a little bit of a risk off in here. We'll see what what it wants to do. That's no longer valid. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on the banks. We'll see what they want to do. Meta had a great report. It's currently trading at 680. And he puts it here. It got all the way down to the 660 area, which would have put it right into and below the 8 day. So if it drops again, see if it holds the 8 day. If not, the 21 day can be in play in there. Again, you're looking for shorts. We'll see. If it holds the 8 day, it's probably long. Right. So you can get an idea how we're going to look at this, guys, and how we're going to treat with this today. And take it level by level, see what happens. Costco, which had been so strong, by the way, down here. But their news is that the union and them have come to agreement. There'll be no strike. Again, this has been a very strong name. See how it reacts. See if it comes running back up to this 985.75 area. Bottom line is today, guys, is we're going to let this market come in, see where we're at, see how we handle this morning. Trump's already said he's going to talk to Canada and Mexico today. All right, that's a sign that somebody's negotiating. They're not sitting there just trying to break everything. So, head on a swivel, nice and easy here today. Let the markets tell what we want to do. For me, I'll be looking at long and shorts, both, depending on where we go. And I'll probably give the market at least 5 minutes to figure out what it wants to do this morning, maybe 15. We get inflows on the open. I hope you're all doing well. I'll put a link in the description below if you guys want to join us. And everybody have a great day trading.